Hi Cancer, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things, okay? This is going to serve for the Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Cancer from the 8th through the 14th. I'm going to talk about the astrology while I create the separate piles for the placements. So Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon will each get their own little minis at the end. So please make sure that you stick around for that while I go through the astrology, and then we'll lay out the cards for this particular week. So this week, Cancer is going to be very challenging for a lot of people. We have Capricorn. We have Capricorn Monday and Tuesday, thank you, that are playing some big roles. And there's this huge conjunction on Monday that is going on with Capricorn and Venus. They are on the opposite ends of the scale. They do not get along very well, like mom and dad having an argument. And it's going to get a little bit testy this week as far as communications for a lot of people. Unfortunately, we don't have any clear, we don't have a lot of clarity that happens until we get to Friday, really Saturday, mostly Sunday. Unfortunately, this week, Saturday, Sunday are going to be the best days of the week, although it starts to turn around on Friday. So I'm going to talk to you about some of the planets that are kind of doing their little dance while I finish shuffling up these different piles here. So we do have the conjunction that's happening with Venus and Capricorn on Monday, which is going to create some problems. We have Mercury and Mars both pushing up against Scorpio. That combination with what's going on with Capricorn could be a little bit challenging for people. We have a huge square with Chiron and Aries still. Again, facing and owning up to the stuff that we have to own up to so that we can clear it, heal it, transmute it. And so, you know, hopefully if you took advantage of the new moon in Scorpio, you were asking for clarity on all of those types of things so that it could be a little bit easier for you, allowing that stuff to come to the surface so that you could release it even more quickly. When we get into the energy of Tuesday, we have, again, Pluto and Capricorn placement with that whole Pluto moon. And that Pluto Capricorn that we've been talking about for the past several weeks has a lot to do with really allowing yourself to own up to what it is that you know needs to be released, so that Pluto can come in and make some of those different changes for you. Pluto is the judgment card. We've been talking about that. Second chances, second opportunities, things of that particular nature. When we get to the energy of Wednesday, that's where we have a lot of the astrology happening on this day. We have a lot. We have 4 squares. Those are not good necessarily. We have, although the moon would have transitioned into the sign of Aquarius, we have 4 squares now with the Aquarius energy, with the moon, with Scorpio and Mars. That big push, that's going to be a challenge for people. With Mercury in Scorpio, that big push is going to be a big problem for people. We have a huge conjunction with Saturn in Aquarius, which is also going to be pushing up against the moon in Aquarius. We still have Chiron and Aries, and of course we have Uranus and Taurus, which is another big square. So basically you have to think about the energies as, how do we move these things forward? Who's basically the argument in the universe is who's going to be on first, and who's going to be the leader of trying to make sure that people are owning the things that they have to change and drop in order for you to be in a better position for your best and highest good going forward. So there's a lot of arguments that are going on in the universe this particular week. Now, of course, you may not feel all of these different things, but it's very possible that people that you're dealing with are, and so you should be aware of these different components. Yep, and I have one more to pull here. But when we get to the energy of the 1111 portal on Thursday, Some people are going to have maybe an extra day off because it happens to be Remembrance Day or Veterans Day for a lot of people, in observance of that, including our kiddos who could be getting an extra day out of school if they're not already having some sort of an adjustment with end of quarters and things of that particular nature. So if you're out in those environments, it's a little extra people-y. Then just be aware that if it's not you personally feeling that stuff, it can be the energy of other people and, of course, you know, people. But so we get into the energy of Friday, and that's when things start to turn around. On Friday, we have 3 trines, and those are the really good energies. So we will have moved into the moon sign of Pisces by Friday morning. And Pisces and Scorpio, both in the water element, are going to have this beautiful conjunction and talking to each other and kind of feeling each other's vibes a little bit. And so it's going to calm some of those other energies down. We've got this gorgeous trine that happens on with Mars in Scorpio, so that calms down a little bit. Mercury in Scorpio calms down a little bit, and then also the Neptune in Pisces, the big airy fairy energy that has been traveling with us and pops up a lot on Wednesday, Thursday, kind of calms down a little bit. That energy is the whole pie in the sky, airy fairy, and one little sense, you know, not a lot of practicality towards that combination, but it does spark people's imagination. The problem is people are way up in imagination world and they're not really grounded, boots on the ground, trying to get things done. So that's the big problem with that, right? However, the energy on Friday does change that a little bit. And then Saturday, we do have the trines continue to be in our awareness, but Saturday really does belong to that Neptune and Pisces energy, along with the Uranus and Taurus energy that we've been talking about as well. So the energy of the Fool, wanting to bring new things and start new things, and what's the best way to get that done. So that is finally starting to shake down for us by the time we get towards this weekend. So let me just confirm I've got all the cards. Yes, I do. So this is Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon. Not too bad. Knocked that out in 7 minutes. All right, you guys, let us go ahead and get into the base part of the reading for you. So as always, we start with the Sacred Geometry deck here. So this is going to be for all Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sorry, I was having a snack. I do like my peanuts. All right, here we go. Sun, Moon, and Rising for our friends Cancer. Here we go. Thank you. You have 2 cards and we're going to take them. First card that dropped was Reflection. Reflect upon life's experiences. So there's going to be, what I'm seeing is that there's a challenge for some people because this has the energy of a labyrinth with it. And then we are being invited to lay down our foundations this particular week. Hexahedron is here. So for sure, this is telling me that there is, for some of you, it's going to be that you've been going through a challenging situation, and others of you are getting ready to get into the energetics of being a little bit more spiritual in one sense. May not resonate with everyone, but that's what I'm kind of feeling. Let's pull in Master Ganesha here and see what Ganesha has to say to all of our Cancers this week. And then I will lay down the cards. So this week I am using, oh, very interesting. Ganesha is talking about surrender. This card has come up a lot this particular week in different forms, different formats of the different various cards that I have here. So we will talk about that one. Now this week I am using the Tarot deck, the big dogs. And I am going to pull a few cards from past up until now, since we had challenges with tech last week. I know I'm not the only one. I was like beating myself up like so much because I couldn't get it to load. It didn't have anything to do with me. It looks like the channel was having some problems. So I was just like, whew. Tried so hard, y'all. So hard. You would not even believe how much time I spent. Anywho, we move forward. Okay. Let's see. Then, so yeah, I will do past energy up until now with the Dragon Tarot. Not a whole lot, just a few. There's that Tower card. Then I will clarify, of course, with the White Sage Tarot deck and the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, if I'm called to use those. And we will have 2 additional angel cards that come out. Praise! Look at that! And then we will have an opportunity to get into each of the placements for you guys. Okay. Friday. Thank you. Oh, wow. This is yummy. Saturday. And Sunday. So, of course, if what you hear here does not resonate 100%, please do not try to force anything. It will make sense to you. You'll connect with it. If it doesn't, then make sure that you are definitely taking a look at your sun, your moon, and your rising, and your north node. Okay? Take a look at those. Questions, you can always send me an email. I'm going to put that one sideways here because I know that's what we're talking about here. And you can always book a personal session with me. All of the links that you need are in the description box below. I'd be happy to work with you if that's what you are called to. So my friends, this week has a lot to do with you trying to be a little bit more clear about what's been going on. I feel loss or change when it comes to job. Or something not working specifically. So let's pull these little guys out. I will clarify here, but let's pull out the Dragon Tarot here to see if I can get some details that will help me lead up to previous energy up till now, and we'll break this down for you. Okay, so this is for Cancer. One more? Okay. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Here we go. 2 more. There we go. Now they're hot. Here we go. Cancer. Woo! 6 of Swords, energy moving out of a painful situation. Okay, here's your life, here's your story. Major challenges. 6 of Swords, King of Swords. So moving out of a very painful, well, potentially a very painful situation, but moving on and hoping to find this new clarity, this new situation with the King of Swords energy. Of course, air energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. It doesn't necessarily have to be that sign, but it is what we did. There she is. There's Pluto. There's Judgment. Using our judgment, and then what we have here is the Emperor in the reverse position with the 4 of Cups. So what I'm seeing here, I feel this has a lot to do with work. It's possible that you are shifting or moving away from an older workplace and into a new workplace with this 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups indicates that there is an acceptance of something. So if you think about the Rider-Waite version of the images, then you have the little dude that's sitting with his back against a tree, like really focusing on those 3 cups, seeming as though he's not paying attention to this Ace of Cups. The universe is trying to give to him to say, hey, we have something more for you, okay? And not seeing it, not paying attention to it. But there is some sort of an acceptance of something that's going on here at some point. So what I'm feeling here is that there's definitely, like I said, this Pluto energy that's come through. The Emperor that's in here, though, being in the reverse position with this, tells me that either you're dealing with this, it's like strong father energy, strong boss mentality energy, potentially trying to be the one to like bring you into the fold. What I'm getting out of this, though, is that there might be some strong passion with this, and you just are trying to evaluate kind of like what's going on with this particular offer that has been provided to you in the past if you hadn't seen it. The authority figure that comes through here with, and let's just talk about it, Judgment, asking you to review. Second opportunities and chances is what Judgment is talking about, you guys. Judgment is the energy of Pluto. We've been talking about this. So this is where the energetics come into play for me. So the Emperor being in the reverse position could mean that there could be a little bit of backpedaling in one sense, or the offer you felt maybe was not very strong, or there's some sort of resistance towards that a little bit, okay? But I am feeling that this energy does have, it has good energy with it. So let's see if you are popping back onto the train here this particular week. Let's see what we've got. We have on Monday the Princess of Wands in the reverse position, okay? So that is timing, that is for sure. That is not feeling or receiving an offer. That also has a lot to do with timing. Of course, we have Mars coming into play here on Tuesday. You know, Mars is all over the place. Monday really shows up Wednesday, but the energetics of it will still be there, especially the Sun in Scorpio. So the Tower, everyone fears the Tower, but people should not fear the Tower. The Tower comes in as a surprise moment from the universe to take care of something you couldn't or you wouldn't, as far as getting rid of something that you just, no, they're like, absolutely not. We cannot do this. We cannot allow you to do this. Or they come in and they shake a different part of the foundations to force you to see something that you can take advantage of. So either way, the Tower is a good thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and the reason we go there as well is that when we get to the energy of Wednesday, we have the Five of Cups now in the reverse position. So now we have Mars, we have additional healing that's coming with Mars in Scorpio on the time that it's supposed to be there, allowing you to see that there's this opportunity to heal from, you're healing from, and or you have healed from this particular shock and awe, surprise type of a particular situation that's coming. On Thursday, we now have the Ten of Pentacles that shows up, the Wealth card. So listen, Linda. The Wealth card doesn't always have to mean money. The Wealth card could mean wealth of time, wealth of abundance, abundance in the things that you require, not necessarily finances. Maybe it's your family being around you. Maybe it's being at the right place at the right time for new situations to show up. But whatever this particular situation is, including wealth of knowledge, it's going to put you into a new position, a new thought process, a new energy. So your vibration, I can feel it rising. That's why whatever this situation was that was going on last week, it already tells me with the 6 and the 4 at the front and the back that you are at the old, you're ending something that was old so that you can start something new. Anywho, as if the 10 of Pentacles wasn't enough, now you have the 9 of Pentacles that shows up on the energy of Friday. So the 9 of Pentacles is the energy of being balanced with enough to give to somebody else, okay? It is being autonomous. It is being independent. It is being grounded. It does sometimes feel like you need to get out in nature a little bit to do that. But what it's saying is that you're in a really, really good position at this particular moment to do the next thing. And because these two cards are combined together, what I'm being very, very, the feeling that I'm getting is share. It's the energy of gratitude, and it is the energy of doting on other people for whatever that means for you. Maybe you just donate something to someone. Maybe you're going through and you're cleaning your house. I'm just telling you the stream that I'm seeing right now. So someone's going through and they are deciding to move pieces and parts that no longer serve them. They're still in great quality. So it's like someone's doing like a big donation or something like that, which is really cool. But there is an opportunity for you to find that level of solidness within yourself to now take care of somebody else, if that makes any sense. Okay, so that's what we're going with there. Now, when we get to the energy of Saturday, we have the King of Pentacles that is sitting in the reverse position. So this is not This is unconventional energy. That's what this is. If he's like this, we do the same thing the same way. Let me just make sure. No, I'm sorry. That's the Knight. My bad. I thought that was the King. It's the Knight. It's the Knight. So the Knight of Discs, the Knight of Coins, the Cosmic Delivery Man in the reverse position is indicating he can't get to you for some specific reason. He's trying to drop something off, but he's not showing up on this particular day. There's a diversion, there's a delay, there's something that's going on with why the Cosmic Delivery Man can't show up. We will do clarifiers. But on Sunday, I'm not really sure what this is about, but we've got the Three of Swords in the sideways position. So we're at the position of trying to see this adjust energetically. So upright, it's titled Sorrow on this particular card. So sorrow doesn't have, the Three of Swords doesn't have to do anything with cheating or any of that type of stuff, but it does mean that something is uncomfortable. The other thing for me is a timing card. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, something is on its way. Okay, so we will go ahead and clarify quickly with each of these cards and see what else the universe wants to share with you. Okay, all right, Princess of Wands in the reverse position for our Cancer. What do we got? We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. All right. There he is. 2 things. Timing, delay. Okay. We have, woo, we're going to take this one first. The Two of Cups, a decision being made. I'm going to put these ones back in and reshuffle. We have the Eight of Wands. So there is conversation that's on its way. This, whatever this is not dead and over with. It's just delayed. That's what's going on here. Okay. So, sorry, you can't really see that. You got this Knight of Pentacles, the Cosmic Delivery Man, who is trying to deliver something based on an agreement. In the past, there's a lot of communication about it, but and it is very quick conversation. It's just, it's not here yet. So let's dig into this Tower. Talk to me about what the Tower is talking about here. Okay, we have the we got the Four of Cups again. Okay, that's what's chasing you this particular week from last week. You got the Four of Cups, but you do have the Seven of Swords in the reverse position. So there's nothing negative, shady, no one's hiding anything with regards to this particular situation. And we have the Star card. We have the Aquarius card showing up here on Tuesday. Now, the moon doesn't enter into the sign of Aquarius until late evening, but this is hope. And this is also healing of a particular situation. They said take one more. All right. And the Chariot. Awesome. So there is something, this is whatever this is for you, this offer, Mars is here to help you, like shake, pay attention. That's what Mars is doing. Pay attention. We've got something that's super awesome for you. Okay. It's something that you wanted. And if you jump on this, this is going to be a really good karmic type of a situation for you. There's no negativity, shenanigans, or anything else that's associated with this Seven of Swords. So jump on it. So if assuming that's what you're doing, because you're picking up on that, then you are no longer feeling negative with the Mars information in Scorpio. You are feeling pretty darn good. Except maybe not. What's up with this? We got the Magician in the reverse position, and then we have the Three of Swords. Oh, hang on. Got it. There she is. I was kind of waiting for that. This has something to do with your old employer or someone you're walking away from or you're healing from. This individual may not have been the nicest individual for you to work with. They might have been a little bit manipulative. Not nasty, but manipulative. However, this person is really feeling, they're the ones that are feeling disappointed in this opportunity or this option that's showing up. Now I want you to see this because this is how this works, you guys. You got the 10 of Wands in the reverse position with the Ace of Wands right behind it, showing up in its natural order of time. So whenever you have the 10, you start the cycle all over again with the aces, and that's exactly what is showing up here for you on this Wednesday. So I might have to jump back. Okay, I'm going to do it. I want to know, who is this? What is the situation with this Magician and the Three of Swords here? Publicity, restlessness, health, isolation, protection. Yeah, but who is this person? You're trying to get away from this particular situation is what's going on. If you do public work, it could be very contentious for you to like be leaving one, how do you call it? Like staying in the same market, but going to the different, like going to a competitor. Yeah. Because that's what I'm seeing. You're very anxious about this. And you're like, nope, I can't be here anymore. I don't feel protected and it's time for me to go. So that's just kind of what's going on here. Whatever this energy is, it's very, very strong energy. But like you're getting over it real quick. You're like, sorry, buddy, I'm out. I'm outie 5,000. I'm moving on to the next situation. Let's figure out what's going on with this wealth then on Thursday. 11/11 portal. This is the day that universe kind of comes in and gives us extra information and detail about the things. Okay, so interesting. We've got Justice in the reverse position. I'm not feeling confident about that. I think that's fat finger. Let me just reshuffle, and if they're meant to come back out, they will. Okay. All right. Justice in the reverse position. So something was not right in the past. Something was not justified. King of Wands, work-related, entrepreneurial energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be. Definitely fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And that's what you're dropping. Ooh, Sagittarius, Temperance with the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, baby, you quit. Somebody quit. All right, yeah, whatever was going on was just not a good situation. This King of Wands, whoever he was, and again, Temperance is the one that shows up here, so it could be Sagittarius as this fire sign that I'm seeing. It just was not working. They want me to go more? All right. Queen of Cups, baby. Chillin'. I've got this. That's all we need to know. So yeah, it's the energy of allowing yourself to move out of this other older working energy, if that makes any sense. Project, work, whatever that happens to be for you. Let's get into this Nine of Pentacles now. Wow. Five of Wands, Page of Cups. Oh, okay. And you, God, the High Priestess literally has come out well, of course, that's what's supposed to happen. So, the Five of Wands that was happening from a past position has led to you being in a position of receivership with this Page of Cups. So that's new emotional opportunities that are on their way, and the High Priestess would have shared with you all of the details that you need about this particular situation. Literally, she's popped up in every reading. I think it's awesome. So let's clarify what's going on with this King of Discs, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Show me the Knight of Pentacles on Saturday. Thank you. Five of Swords, Hierophant, fighting on the job, arguing at an organization. Here we go. King of Swords shows up here to bring us clarity with heart. And there's the damn 10 Pentacles again. Okay? There's just a delay of the situation. That's what's going on here. There's a delay of this coming through, but that's where this sorrow comes through. You were expecting something to happen. It's timing. Give me a card on this Three of Swords here that continues to show up. Three of Swords. Okay. Four of Pentacles in the reverse position. The Sun in the sideways position. The Three of Cups upright and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so what we have going on here is just a timing situation. All it is timing. You just have to be patient. The Sun card is the happiest card in the entire deck, okay? And you have that. So what I feel is going on here is there's still conversation going on with whoever this fire energy is. So they are no longer on top of the situation because you are accepting this Three of Cups. There's a new joyful situation that's coming. So the only reason I said father in the very beginning, and why would this person like continue to just like be so aggressive, is possible that you are dealing with someone that you, well, I just feel like there's a super strong connection with whoever this Emperor energy is, someone who's very important to you, maybe a mentor of some sort, if it's not a family relation or someone else that you are working with or doing a project with, but feeling very, very strongly connected and allowing that energy to affect you this particular week. But look at, sweetheart, you are going to be moving very, very quickly to where it is that you're supposed to go. And they're telling me, again, 333. So again, the other energetics that come out of this, again, could be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Work on your vibration and work on what you want to have happen, because this is your life and it's time for you to do you. Okay? So again, that's a really, really good reading. That's a really good reading. It's a great reading. Yeah. It's time for you to go. And this is karmic. This is something that is meant for you to be doing at this particular moment for this time period. Absolutely. Love it. Okay. Let me grab your angel cards real quick. So these are the angel prayer cards. And let's see what we've got going on for Cancer this week. Not all of them. I mean, they'd be happy, but no. Just one. Thank you. Ooh, loved one in heaven. Interesting. Someone taking over the family business? Loved one in heaven showing back up. Thank you, loved one in heaven, for drawing close at this time. Perhaps you have a mentor or someone else that has passed over, and you're strongly considering how they would have felt and seeking their counsel. I would say talk to them. If they're in spirit, speak to them. Okay. The other card that comes up from the angels is focus your mind, and asking the angels to help you and for concentrating and focusing your mind on your priorities. Okay. Focus your priorities. I'll put those right there since I won't have any more room. And let me go into the angel guide. So what else do you have for our Cancer? Whoops. Wow, that was super fast. Well, this definitely has a lot to do with your spiritual growth, my friend. You know, this particular situation. So not only from, and that's why I said the 10 of Pentacles doesn't always equate to physical dollars, although it can, but it definitely has something to do with knowledge, and spiritual growth is a part of growing and moving it into that particular path. So again, a very good reading. They want me to look at one passage on here, so I'm going to do that. Every experience is a learning experience. You are a student of life and spirit, and what has happened in your life hasn't happened to you, it's happening for you. That's that Tower, baby. You have incredible resilience and the capacity to overcome whatever darkness or unknown you think you're getting ready to face. No matter what has been served to you, you have done everything within your might and power to face it and find a way forward. So angels are acknowledging your determination and the positive, kind-hearted, and upbeat energy that has allowed you to become the wonderful person that you are today. Oh, I love that. Thank you, angels, for making me read that. Awesomeness. Okay? Awesomeness befalls you. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into the placements. If you are there we go. If you are a Cancer sun sign, then what we have going on here is the Yod, or destiny. And this has the equivalency in this deck of the Ace of Swords in the reverse position, meaning there may have been an unclear moment in the past, but there's something that is meant for you, okay? Like I said, the Tower card, the Chariot card, the Star card, all showing up here. Those are specific. What this has to do with, or the main energy for you, is the Eight of Cups, walking away. Walking away. You've done everything that you're supposed to do in this particular situation, project, whatever the case may be. Let the moonlight guide you to the new hotness, okay? The universe just wants you to be clear about what you want. Do you know what you want to do next? Be clear about what you want. How do you want your next experience to show up, right? Ooh. So we have two more cards. We have Archangel Azrael that is stepping forward, and I will read to you. He's responsible for Neptune. I can tell you that. That's the Hangman energy. Azrael manages the planet Neptune. Let's see what other message he has for you here. So that would be a water, and he works right under Gabriel. So let's go to 89. Water. Yep, here we go. Azrael. Okay? Clairvoyancy. His task is to help people trust and act upon their intuition. And use your creative outlets. You need to trust your intuition. And he's like, hello, I'm trying to tell you. Like, you know what's going on here. So you can call on Azrael to help you with your clairvoyancy. Okay? Now, from the Lightworker Oracle deck, what you have here, my friend, is Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. Okay, so I'll go ahead and read to you that quick little passage that we have here. La, 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 la. I just feel bubbly. Like whatever's going on in your energy, I feel bubbly. Okay, here we go. You are elevating your vibration, okay, towards the frequency of limitless supply and unconditional love. Spiritually, you are reaching for a high level of attainment. Past pain and self-defeating behavior shall no longer have a place in your heart. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, let's move on towards our Cancer rising. Okay, so Cancer rising. Mercury retrograde was your friend, helping you to reinvent what was going on and creating the circumstances that needed to go through in order to get you to where you are at now, okay? The biggest influence for you this particular week happens to be that offer, that Four of Cups. See what I'm talking about? The universe is handing you this Ace of Cups, this new way to do something to impart it into those Three of Cups. Paying attention and accepting the offer. Whatever this means for you, practice. Maybe you're practicing your meditation. Maybe you're practicing a product or a widget or a something that you do. But they are talking about practice. But then we get this card here that talks about the seventh ray of ritual and order and ceremony. So whatever this means for you, and yes, I realize we have an exposed breastises here, so I'll just do it like that for anybody that's, you know, feeling like I need to do that. The universe is asking you to work on maybe your meditation and the way that you go into ceremony and practice. Are you lighting candles? Are you, lighting sage or Palo Santo or any of the other aromatics that you could use, because there's more to use than just those? Are you doing it on a consistent basis, and are you being completely present when you do those different pieces and types of ceremony? That's very, very important, because it helps to also create the energetics for you to maintain that vibration so that you can get communicated to and you can get your message out, because it is an exchange of information, right? So the other card that we have here, and I'm going to read this one to you, is Ramiel. Okay, this is the angel, the archangel that's stepping forward for you. Ramiel is a... what? Ramiel is an air angel working with Raphael. How come I can't find your page? Woman. Because I'm in the wrong book. Sorry. 59. Here we go. Ramiel is talking about compassion. He is the angel of mercy and love. His task, okay, and then I can get a little closer. His task is to encourage empathy, kindness, compassion, and understanding. Okay, that's his role. That's what he's supposed to do. So you can call on Ramiel to work with you in increasing any of those aspects. Oh, this is where it comes into this. Thank you. This act of kindness, this is what this means. This is for you specifically. You're going to be called on to do an act of kindness for someone. That's that Nine of Pentacles tangent that I was going off on. You, like, doing something for somebody needs something, and you're going to be called on to do something that is generous and compassionate. You should be very willing. Don't challenge it. Whenever this situation, go, yep, whatever you need, do it, because you're going to gain so much more out of this when you do that. So they're giving you a heads up. We're going to need your help. We need you. We're going to work through you to bless somebody else. So yeah, be on top of that. Thank you. What a beautiful message. Okay, so let's move on to our Cancer Moony Moons here. And your details this week, my friends. Ooh. Communicating air elements. I think. Yep. Ace of Swords, clarity. Ace of Swords, clarity. Communicating. Your biggest factor this particular week, you guys, is the energy of Saturn. The energy of Saturn, the world wanting to turn in your favor. So we have talked about the fact that you should probably go into your own individual personal chart just to kind of pull, just to kind of see where you can see the placements. You guys know kind of how to do that. But the world is talking about ending old cycles and allowing new cycles to come through. All right. And allowing the universe to help you do that so that you can emerge. You're going through an initiation by fire. I'll read you this little piece of information, but I wanted you to see this as well. Archangel Azrael pops through. And Archangel Azrael is technically the angel for Taurus-born people. So it's possible that you have Taurus in your chart, or maybe in your particular life you're dealing with someone that could be a Taurus. So I just wanted to put that out there for you so that you were aware of that. Let me go into the Lightworker Oracle to look at the initiation by fire. And no, you're not going to get lit on fire. I think you know that. But anyway, what we have here is the initiation by fire is life-changing spiritual cleansing. Your life will never be the same. Allow the power of the divine fire to clear and purify you inside and out. This is not a time to hold on to anything, no matter how much you once believed you needed it. And letting go, you will gain so much more than you ever imagined, opening to fresh blessings, and new life. You are, like the phoenix, ready to emerge from the holy flames, reborn. Scorpio energy, badness right there. Love it. So let me just take a quick peek, because they said Azrael may have something to help support you with as well. Azrael for our Taurus friends. Let's see how you're going to help our Cancer friends here. Give me just 3 seconds. Earth sign, Asmodel, you should be, I passed you. I did. Here we go. Here we go. Patience. Okay. So his biggest message to people when he appears not in his own native sign is about patience. Okay. He's cautious and he's ready to help people increase their net worth. So yeah, if you're seeking instant results, it won't work. You need to allow whatever time is necessary for your particular plans to develop. That's this timing as well. And it's hard to wait when you want to act, but patience can be a source of strength. Use this time to think, to learn, to plan so that you can move ahead a little bit more quickly when you have all the details that you were supposed to have at the ready. Very good reading, Cancer. I'm so excited for you guys. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a look at these details here at the from the beginning of the read, and we'll go through this quickly. So again, the surrender card, I'm telling you, it is popped out in 15 ways from Sunday on many of the different decks have this energy. Surrender is basically the energy of let go and let God. Surrender is I don't have to know how the outcome is going to take place. I have enough faith within myself or my personal magic to guarantee that what I want wants me and it's going to show up. Just let it happen. Patience, okay? Let's go into the reflection. Wrong book. Let's go into the reflection on our, because this one is calling me. Let's look at the reflection card here. That's this one. Reflect upon life experience. I honor all of my life experiences as they have created the person I am today. I honor all my life experiences as they have created the person I am today. So this labyrinth ultimately is a path or a passage that you have to follow. But by quieting the mind, it allows one to reflect on the personal or spiritual transformation and growth. It can help you and delve deep by delving deep into your own self. And by the time you exit the labyrinth, a newfound sense of clarity will be found. That makes sense to me. Crystal support is going to be Larimar, Moldavite, Herkimer Diamond, and Rose Quartz if you happen to have those, okay? And then let's take a look at the hexahedron because we're talking about planning your next steps, right? Laying our foundations for the next steps. Let's find out what we've got here. 16. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo, doodly-doo. Here we go. Like the roots of a tree, I am firmly planted. That's about your base chakra. It's about being grounded and having a solid foundation. It's your survival instincts and security on basic levels. The emotion that stems from this chakra that's in a negative area is fear. So in order to keep this in balance, physical exercise such as walking and yoga can be extremely beneficial. Movement is needed. Start dance class or go for a swim. Sometimes even just taking a shower can benefit and re-ground you. When you ground your energy, okay? When you ground your energy, if you are putting those roots down and you're grounded and you're creating that pillar, it is so much stronger for you to receive the energetic downloads and things like that that you need in the energy exchange of conversation that you're receiving with you and your spirit team. You gotta be grounded. If you're not grounded, you're all over the place. You can't hear it. You're like, that's what happens. And this manifestation power that they're trying to tell you about right now and laying the foundations and creating what it is that you need for the next part of your life, taking the time to do other things. You know, the biggest way that most people block their blessings is they continue to focus and focus and focus on it. And I don't mean appreciating and giving it gratitude and feeding it every now and again. I'm talking about they beat the damn thing to death and they don't do anything else. They are so overly invested in this one thing. You've got to give it space to breathe, right? You put your order into the cosmic Amazon and you know that it's going to show up. Therefore, you can go shopping and you can go do other things. That is what it means to be grounded also in taking energy and doing something else, especially that you enjoy. Because when you're happy, raising your vibration, it allows that to come a little bit more quickly because there's no blocks to get through at that particular moment. So, Cancer, This was a really, really good reading. I'm really excited to have been able to deliver it to you. So whether your sun, your moon, or your rising, I really hope that you were able to get a little bit more detail out of the energetics that are getting ready to pop up this week and your best potential for handling all the different things and the new glories that are getting ready to show up for you. Make sure that you listen to the different messages that the angels were talking about. Take a look at your sun, your moon, your rising, and your north node to make sure that you get the full picture. Description box below again for all of the resources that you need to get to me at peonilaura.com. And I will say many, many, many blessings to you, and we will talk to you next week. Bye for now.